sitting on a very creaky spot in my house. Oh well. She's old. We love her. Hi, it's the 1st of March and it's also Sunday. Take your deep breath. I don't think we take enough deep breaths in life. I'm Katie, if you've never watched my channel before. I just love hobbies. So that's basically what this is. This is kind of a creative outlet for my hobbies. I don't have the best filming setup or anything, but I just love to make these videos. It's something I do for myself. Yeah. This morning, you may have seen I was doing a little bit of journaling. I'm trying to get back into journaling. I've always loved it. And last week I spent a lot of time like trying to really figure out my journal ecosystem per se, because I have so many journals and I do use them all, but like they weren't super organized. I was just using them all for random things. So I thought maybe if I like try and plan like, okay, this journal's for this journal's for this journal's for this, that would work. Now I know some people are like, the journal ecosystem, that's so, like that's way too complicated. Well, some of our brains are complicated. I just have all sorts of things I'm trying to do. So having this many works for me. This is an amount that I find helpful. So I thought it'd be fun to start off this video talking about my journal ecosystem, and my eyes are bothering me, so I'm gonna go put on my glasses. Now we are officially ready. Without further ado, my journal ecosystem, which is crazy, but super fun. So, oh, a bookmark I just found. Oh no, this is a sticker. Oh, this is a sticker from my favorite little bookstore in Duluth, Zenith. Minnesota Midwest girls, you gotta go, it's so cute. So I'll probably start maybe with my like most like least used, little more new additions to my most like solid additions. I'm gonna try and think. This is something I also bought at Zenith. I have been really bad about doing this, but I think it'd be super fun to actually get into. I bought it because it was cute and I like the idea of it, and I think it would be really easy to add in. It's the 1 line a day 5-year memory book. So cute. And basically, like, I'll just open up to a blank. So this is June 8th and 9th. I haven't even had it in June, but it says 2020. Wait. Yeah, I was like, are we not gonna be in the 2 zeros in 5 years? That was not very smart of me, but that's okay. You would write 2026, 27, 28, 29, 30, and then you write a date on June 8th, all of those years. I think I've only put like 5 or so entries in this. I think it's something I should definitely get into, but I think it'd be super cute to just do like a 1 line a day kind of reflection. This is also a new one that I'm really excited to get into using. It's like a knockoff Voyager's journal. Maybe is there such thing as a knockoff? I don't know. I have some travels planned for this year and I do love taking pictures and writing. I've always documented my travels in a different journal, and I went, why don't I just have a journal just for my travels? So I got this one. There's 3 little notebooks in it, and I'm going to Chicago in like 3 weeks, so I think it'll be really fun to document that trip. Okay, we're getting a little more used now. This journal I bought because it was also beautiful, and I was like, I'm gonna start journaling more. Maybe this was a year or so ago, and I was only journaling when I was down in the dumps, which is fine. Like, that's why you should journal, like for whatever I think it's helpful. That being said, all of these journal entries are so moody and anxious. I just decided, why don't I just make this my anxiety journal? I don't know if this is like a thing. Maybe it's not a good thing to do, but I think it's fine. Like, this is a spot to put my anxious thoughts. When I'm anxious, it gives me something to do to get it out. My therapist always says my anxiety is like energy that needs to move, and I think I can get that energy moving if I'm writing. And I love that she said that. It really stuck with me. So, but I do use it a lot actually because I'm an angsty girl. Next up, let's see, probably my next used at the moment that I am getting married this year. We're 8 months out, so we're really trying to get the nitty-gritty done with our wedding planning. And so this is my wedding planning journal. That being said, I'm not going to be planning a wedding after November 1st. That's exciting. So I think this will just be like my other planning journal, like just planning things. The front has some of our wedding swatches, and just like lists after lists of stuff I'm trying to figure out. Dates, lists, like it's a dump. It's a dump for my brain in planning this. But this is a nice journal, so I will need to find something to do with it when I'm not planning a wedding. The next one, oh, let's see. I'll just show you my planner because that's kind of a new addition. I used to plan a lot in this one. This is probably my most used notebook. But I did recently get this planner. This is from My Mochi Things. Super cute online stationery store. It's an A5 6-ring binder. I don't put a lot of stuff in here because it's bumpy when I'm writing, but I got this cute pocket for stickers. I definitely can make this cuter because I got the photo pockets, but I just haven't. And then I have planner pages. I put 1 month in at a time, otherwise it gets too thick. So we just finished February and they're moving into March. I think I talked about this in my other video. I was doing more with it and then I was like, I already have a creative kind of journal. I want to keep using that. Then I have little tabs, like I have a notes section, a meal section. We do meal planning in here. And then goals. So what are my goals in life? Oh, my workout tracker's in here. I'm gonna work out 15 times in March. It's gonna happen. I was telling Carl, my fiance, and my friends, like I have made it, so we've been engaged for a year and a half. So by the time we get married, we'll have been engaged for 2 years. So we had a longer engagement, I would say. I've been engaged a year and a half and I have never had my Instagram For You page be like bride wedding content. It like flipped that a week ago and oh my God, that is stressful. Like all the influencers talking about their weddings is so stressful to watch because I already kind of struggled with the idea of a wedding because I was like, this is like kind of, not that it's performative, but I think it can be like trying to do things for an aesthetic, which like I love an aesthetic, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like if an influencer's having a wedding and they're trying to get content out of it, that like, it just is kind of disingenuous and it's a lot of money. And so I really wanted to make it genuine to us. But all that to say, I have not had like influencers talking about weddings on my page, except for the past week. Very proud of myself for making a year and a half without that, because that sent me into a spiral. I was like, I'm not doing enough. Like what? Like I need to be more of a bridezilla a little bit. Like I'm very laid back about it all. But these like women specifically were talking about how they need to get in the best shape of their life for their wedding. I simply need to get in the best shape of my life so that I'm in the best shape of my life, period. The thought of doing it for my wedding stresses me out. But I'm like, okay, I probably should work out just in general, not just for the wedding. But I'm trying to work out more. I don't know why I've talked so much about my wedding. This is very chatty. My planner. French fries are forever. And then my two most used journals. This is a like term. I have a lot of stickers on all of them. I think that's how you say it, like term. I don't know. I just started doing this one more. It's what I was doing this morning. It's when you write down what you did, what you saw, what you heard, and a drawing. I was introduced to this idea by Taylor Tippett. Oh my gosh, if you haven't watched a Taylor Tippett video, you have to. She found this idea from another creator, and then that creator found the idea from a book. So the main source is a book called Syllabus, which I believe is a professor who wrote a creative writing class, and then she kind of put some of her writing process in there. And she had a little spread on how to do a quick daily journal. So I love this journaling. For me, oftentimes I do it just to document the day, or if I'm anxious. So then I have my anxious one, and then I'm documenting my day in this one. And it's just a fun reflective practice I could look back on. But I've been doing that for about a few weeks now, so I really like it. And the last journal is my most used. It's my crafty girl journal, my junk journal scrapbook, if you say. We haven't even actually really talked about my other scrapbooks in this video. So if you're like, this is a lot, you're just seeing the tip of the iceberg, babe. It's my what would I call this? It's more my hobby journal, and it does get kind of cutesy in here. I have some other things I need to glue in. But yeah, I would say like I just write like my favorite things in Minneapolis or the best walk spots I know. Little things. I was doing monthly reflections in here about projects I did, books I read. This one's really cute, February. But this was the first journal that like super got me back into journaling 2 years ago. I think I was doing this when I was student teaching, and I just was like, oh my God, I need something exciting in life, because student teaching is the trenches, if you know. I was quilting the other day, so I was drawing some quilt blocks ideas. I love this one. I reach for it when I'm feeling a little more creative, when I don't want to just make a list, when I want to make something a little cutesy. The ecosystem is, in fact, a little juicy. It's not super aesthetic because all my journals are different. They don't match. They don't have that very nice like leather bound journal look. These are journals I've been collecting for probably like 3 years. I've been doing this. I was a big journaler in high school, and I would just get the black moleskins and I would fill these out. Those were all anxious journals, 1,000,000%. I do a lot of my journaling at home, so if I was to take one to go, I would know specifically which one I was wanting to use. But otherwise, having a big stack at my house works just fine. The rest of the plans for today, I wrote in a list of one of my journals. I have some laundry to do. I have some snail mail I would like to send out. My best friend is still in town. She's at brunch with another friend. We'll probably come back and go for a walk. That's a workout. I would love to do something creative, and I do have work. I have my final observation of the year, so I just need to do some planning for that. Yeah, it'll be a good day. Thank you for coming along. That was my journal ecosystem start, and it's March 1st. We're starting off strong. I just realized in that video you were probably watching like this big stack here. I want to show you what it is. Recently acquired a bunch of family quilts. This one is one that's a little worse for wear, but it's cute and it has chartreuse. So I was like, I'll take it and I'll think of something to do. It's a basket quilt and it's big, you guys. I don't like the backing, so I'll have to change the backing. But like, it's a big quilt and a lot of the squares are nice and then some of them aren't. If you have an idea of what to do with a quilt like this, they said I can cut it up, I can fix it. I might even just cut out the squares that are nice and then make my own squares. This pattern looks very like I'm pretty sure I can make that quilt block and then give it a new backing. I might do that, but that's like this summer. That is not for a while. I love this one. Is so cute. This one is really cute. So like, see this one, it's a little messed up. That gingham one, like there's just a lot on here that are adorable. Walkies! Why is it just my face? I am back from my walk. My friend has left. I did some knitting this morning, so I was just looking at that. My Sophie hood. Maybe we'll see that in another video. Or my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. There's my plug. At the Cat's Closet. And then I'm actually about to run some errands really quick, and then I'm gonna come back and work. I've been loving lavender lattes. Oh, I could just make lavender syrup. But I almost want the artificial lavender. No, I should make some lavender syrup. I've been loving lavender lattes, so I was going to either get one or see if I could find lavender syrup. And then I have some books. I have some books I want to bring to Half Price Books to get rid of. A little spring cleaning. Get the things out. and then I'll come back and do my work and we'll see how I relax the rest of the evening. But let's go to Half Price Books. He's like, what if I just want another kiss?
You caught me.
No filming your butt.
How do I turn this off?
Okay, another typical Sunday thing is I've got to cook something because believe it or not, I eat on Sundays. So I'm making something very simple. I'm steaming some broccoli, trying to like, I don't know, just warm up and crispen some chickpeas. And then I have rice in the Instant Pot, my favorite way to cook rice. And I have this little peanut sauce, vegan, from Trader Joe's, but it was open in the fridge, so I need to use it. So I'm gonna eat the chickpeas and broccoli over rice with that. Very simple, boring, but there's definitely going to be enough for me to pack that for my lunch tomorrow. So I'm ready. Hi, OG. Hi, Bunny. Oh my gosh. I don't want to do this. It's 5. I'm gonna work for 2 hours, see what I get done. I think that's fine, and then 7. Probably fall asleep by 9, so then I'll have 2 hours left. So let's get this done. This is like when you're in high school and you're having a good weekend, but you put all your homework off until the night, which is kind of where I'm at now. It should be fine. It should be fine. Wait. I finished. That took me exactly 2 hours. Woohoo. Now it's time to start my Sunday wind down. Yes, tomorrow should be fine. Okay, it is 8:16. I just worked a little bit on some knitting, and this vlog, I honestly don't know how much content I got for this one because I was filming another video throughout the day. So we'll see. I'm gonna end this one because all of a sudden I got really angsty when I was working on my knitting. So I'm gonna just probably read and relax the rest of the night, and I hope your March is fantastic. And all of your Sundays and Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Saturdays are also fantastic. Okay, thanks. Bye.